What's up, guys?
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the channel. You know who we are. If you don't, I'm Phil. This is Sam.
Hey, guys.
And we've been doing reaction videos for a little while now, but we haven't done Manfred Mann yet.
I've never heard of Manfred Mann.
And apparently he's with the Earth Band as well.
Yeah.
So what we've gathered is Manfred Mann is a person, was in a band called Manfred Mann, and then left that band and started his, or went with a different band called Earth Band.
Created
and now
a new band.
It's called Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Yeah,
That's
so
what we've
it's kind
gathered.
of confusing, but
If that is incorrect, please let us know. And how have we arrived at this song, Samantha?
it is a request from Mark. So thank you so much for supporting the channel again, Mark. And we're excited to do another request from you.
Yeah, Mark has supported the channel tremendously, and we are so grateful for that. Thank you, everyone who has supported the channel, and thank you to all our members who have joined our membership as well.
Thank you, guys.
And we wouldn't be where we are without the support. If you're interested in making a paid request, you can drop it down, or you can find it, I should say, down low in the description box where there's a PayPal link. Anyways, I'm excited to check out a little bit of Manfred Mann, but before we do, what are the
quiz question?
We got a little pop quiz for you, as usual.
Yeah, so this is a cover. This is not an original. They did not write this song, so we want to know who did write it.
So if you know that answer, drop it down low in the comments. And if not, don't worry. We'll give you the answer at the end of the
so you gotta
video.
stick around.
Yeah, and we haven't heard the original either.
No.
So maybe we should check that out at some point. But
Yeah.
before we do that, we got to start with this one. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's roll.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light.
Wraps up like a what?
Sounds like douche, but I think I don't know. I kind of know this. The blinded by
Yeah, I was going to say
light.
that's why I also paused it, because
Yeah.
I wanted to say that I do recognize that introduction. I don't know from where, but I recognize it as a maybe radio song or something like that. And those lyrics, though, I do not know what the hell they're
No.
saying. I don't think they're
And I
saying what
didn't-
it sounds like they're saying.
Yeah, and I don't know where I know it from, but I literally always say that when we set up the lights for our YouTube channel, and I'm always like looking at them, and I'm like, blinded by the light. And I didn't even know where that came from, but apparently it
So
came
you
from
don't
this.
know where it's from, that you recognize it. I don't
No.
know either, but this has been a going theme on the channel. So
Yes, and I do not know what those lyrics are saying either.
we may have caught a portion of it at some point, but we definitely have not deep dove into it. So let's continue after that weird lyrical and weird album cover as well.
He's like,
Runner in the night, blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche. Madman drums, bummers, Indians in the summer with a teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the mumps as the adolescent bumps his way into his hat. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kinda older, I tripped the merry-go-round. With his barrier pleasing, sneezing and wheezing, the calliope crashed to the ground. She was blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner. Some silicone sister with a manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you on sun into something strong, play the song with the funky break. And go-kart Mozart was checking out the weather chart, see if it was safe outside. And little early birdie came by in his curly-whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it to the night. She's gonna make it through the night.
All right, so I gotta be honest. Lyrically, I have no idea what the hell they're talking about in this song. I'm trying to follow it, and I'm like, what? Where are we going? Do you have any idea?
No, there's a lot of, I think, use of just like kind of interesting language too. Like all I heard was like curly whirly and like, you know, like I don't think it's meant to fully make sense.
Yeah, so I mean, that's my lyrical interpretation. That's groundbreaking to start with.
Yeah.
But I think the blinded by the light portion, like this whole vibe is giving me space vibes.
Yeah.
Right? When I'm listening to it.
Yeah,
and
very interesting use of like the synthesizer and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And so maybe within that, the light, I think he was just talking about the sun there, just as we paused it, right? So I don't know if that it is relevant to space and blinded by the light is the sun, or, you know, maybe, you know, something in outer space, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that's the sound, the musicianship that I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
With the use of the synthesizers, as you alluded to.
Yeah. Really
and
progressive.
Yeah, I think it reminds me of Boston. It's been a while since we did Boston.
It has been a while, yeah.
But obviously, like even their album covers, right? And they've got a spaceship on them. Mm-hmm. So, from what I recall from Boston, I'd have to compare it, you know, side by side.
Kind of reminds you of that a little bit, though.
Of my first listen, that's the feeling it makes me think of from a group initially, and they were super talented. So I'm saying that in the highest regard because the musicianship on this is great as well.
Yeah.
You know, like the drum transitions are awesome going, you know, into each section. The groove is great. You don't lose the groove throughout.
Yeah, it's very different though. Like they've changed kind of pace with the song a couple times, but the groove has stayed consistent, which is nice.
Yeah. Are you feeling the same way, like these space vibes, or are you getting something different?
I didn't really think space initially, but I did think kind of like more of like electronic kind of futuristic, progressive kind of sounds. So I could definitely see how space would like align in with that.
Yeah.
I didn't really get like a space visual, but I was thinking like very progressive in the sounds with the synthesizer use, and like I don't know if maybe they were using like an organ in there or what. Mm-hmm. Even the guitar has kind of that sound, like the way that they're using the effects on that. So yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's fantastic. It's also cool that it's 7 minutes long, and we read that this one went to number 1, right? And, you know, generally, there's been a few circumstances where this isn't true, but and Don McLean's American Pie was one of them that was longer, that went to number 1, but generally, it's shorter songs that, you know, are the radio hits and the commercial-friendly stuff.
Or they shorten them for the single version.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just wondering, because this is clearly, Mark sent us this link. So I don't know, maybe there is a commercial cut that is shorter than this one.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm glad that we're doing the full version because I would hate to miss out on any of this fantastic musicianship. So
yeah, no, it's really cool. And I mean, while I can't fully understand, what they're talking about in the lyrics, I feel like you still get the vibe of the song. Like it doesn't really take away from the song at all.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep it going and go back into some lyrics here. Also, vocal performance is great, fits in perfectly with the song, but we'll discuss more at the end. So fire.
Another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. In the dark with the monks as the adolescent pumps his way to his back. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kinda older, I track the merry-go-round. With his variant pleasing, sneezing and wheezing, the lion be crashed to the ground. Now Scott with a slingshot line, they found a tender spot for his lover in the sand. And some bloodshot forget-me-not to daddies within earshot, take the buckshot, turn up the band. Some sailing gold sister with the manager, mister. Oh, me, I got what it takes. She said, I'll turn you worse, I need to something strong. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it through the night.
Well, my mind is blown after listening to that fantastic masterpiece of a composition.
Yeah, another musical masterpiece from Mark.
And I'm still blown away that this went to number one, not because, of anything negative. More so like I'm so blown away that this was so popular when it's so creative and diverse.
Complex,
And
yeah.
I guess that's because the hook is so fire.
It's very catchy.
And the catchiness of the synthesizer
Yeah.
used probably makes it stand out from like a radio hit.
Yeah. I also feel like that blinded by like just sticks in your head.
Yeah, but I think this is also probably a song that gets overlooked for the creative and the in-depth layering that goes on in it. Because I'm going to have to listen to this again to catch everything that they put in there.
I would be curious to see if this, like, how it compares to the original and, like, if it sounds different or not.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Maybe I do. We said in the beginning, we recognize the introduction. So maybe we recognize the other version, which, if you want to let them know who wrote the original.
Yeah, so the original is from Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen. So maybe we recognize Bruce Springsteen's version. I don't know. This went to number 1, though. So I would assume that it would have been this version that we recognize. But beyond that, you know, the complexity in it, like I said, I'm just so blown away by, you know, the organ usage that you talked about. But then you had like layering with the keys on top of that. And then, you know, just the subtle, you know, call back and forth between the instrumentation and the vocal, between each bar section. And, you know, obviously we had solo work in there that was fantastic. So then even, you know, something we really haven't heard, I don't think ever in any of the videos that we've done, was the overlay of 2 vocals at the same time.
Especially if you're listening in stereo, it's like
stereo
side
aspects saying different things, and
that's cool.
That just made me even more confused to follow the lyrics.
Well, I was really trying to listen for the lyrics in that second half, and I still was I couldn't figure it out. So I think I'm going to need to look those up, because I kept hearing revved up like a douche. So I don't think that's right.
I think it was a deuce.
Okay.
But I don't know what that means either. So that's why I'm confused, because I think I caught some of the lyrics, but I didn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just the language usage that we had discussed a little bit.
Let us know. Give us some education in those comments.
If it was maybe more of an abstract song that was more focused on the experience of the music itself. Yeah. But anyways, what were your thoughts on the song overall? I mean, you seemed like you were grooving to it. I know
that was cool.
You like songs that have a lot of creativity but continue to hold the groove. Is that true on this one?
Yeah, for sure. And I thought, like, you know, like I said, when we stopped, like the kind of progressive synthesizer use and that futuristic kind of sound, like I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really cool, and it really brought some, I think, uniqueness to the song. That's why I said I was kind of curious to hear the original, because I would be curious to know if that is in the original or this is just their complete take on that, and they took, you know, more of a harder rock song and added like this cool synthesizer sound to it as well, and more electronic sound. But then after we stopped, you had mentioned space right then, and that's kind of put that in my head. So in the second half I was like, okay, I definitely am getting those vibes a little bit. Kind of felt like I was on a spaceship.
Yeah, exactly. That gave me some, like, you can picture a spaceship making some of these sounds,
like,
right? Yeah, exactly. So I thought it was great. I thought it was so well done.
It was super cool.
It was a great request there, Mark. So thank you for suggesting that we do this
Always
one.
Expanding our musical horizons.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys enjoyed our reaction as well. If you did, hit that like button for us before you go, and that's going to make sure that you get some more Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Yes.
Again, interesting name, interesting song composition that we got here.
I like this album cover though, like this little, it almost looks like a seal that they have for their band logo, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. You know, no mention of the ear and the mouth.
Oh, I already mimicked the mouth.
That's a great example of that cover. So if you guys enjoyed it and know anything about Manfred Mann's Earth Band, drop it down low in the comments and let us know. Give us some insights. We love to learn on the channel. But that's it from us today, guys. We got 2 videos coming back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.